signs you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is October 30th, 2022. It is 3:48 a.m. This is video number 2. First video, I might split it into 2. I haven't edited yet, so there's a possibility I might have 4 videos on today's date, but each section is probably gonna cut into 2 because I have a lot of tweets to share with you. All right, this is my back end. New subscribers, welcome. Let's go on Twitter. This was the prayer, one of the squad's prayer I used on my last video as the prayer for the video. All right, so first tweet. She said adios to them over 2 years ago, and still her royal exes can't stop dreaming and talking about her, Meghan Markle. All right, so there's that. It's closer to 3 years than it is to 2. They still can't get over her. Okay, Harry and Meghan went on their winter break in November 2019, and they haven't been back in permanent capacity since. Okay, Meghan and Harry, power couple. Those royal exes are jealous. There's the laugh. She's richly blessed. All right, she worked for that. Next tweet. This one was kind of funny with my answer, but it's worth sharing anyway. Okay, they want you to hate yourself because they hate themselves. And I thought that was very powerful when I saw it. And because a lot of people, I think it's part of human nature, self-doubt, this kind of thing. So I think that's the only reason that I share it. All right, and there's my comment here. Me love my beautiful self. There's the shade. Beauty is in the eyes of beholder. I'm not going to wait to be validated. All right, yeah, for people like it. I mean, everybody have a different view of everybody they meet. Everybody else they meet. Look at, for instance, majority of people say they can't believe how Charles treated Princess Diana and with that beautiful lady and all of that. And then look who he prefer. Hey, that's why I said beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I don't really like to talk too much about beauty when it comes on my channel. I might say a couple things here and there, but I don't think I'm dedicate that much or give too much emphasis on beauty. Okay, nothing like misery loves company. Okay, or they hate you because you don't hate yourself. Some people having access to you should understand it is a privilege that it is. That's why self-reflect, insecurities and dislike of self-love, no authenticity, jealous, envious. Okay, racism in a nutshell, self-loathing projected onto others. All right, so that's that. Let's go into the next tweet. So now we're dealing to deal or no deal. I sort of make reference to it on video 1 or 2, because video 1, it's one recording. I'm probably gonna cut into 2. So there was a comment that made reference to deal or no deal. I'm not gonna read the article, just the tweet and some of the response under that tweet. Okay, Howie Mandel came to Meghan Markle's defense after she spoke about her negative experience on Deal or No Deal. That's from Vanity Fair. Howie Mandel says that he understands why Meghan Markle felt unfulfilled. The former host of the game show said, quote, "Standing there with 26 women staring at me made me feel like a bamboo," and quote, adding that he didn't think Meghan was, okay. You know, I'll click on it and then leave the link in the description for you. All right, let me see. Okay, Howie Mandel said that he understands why Meghan do you have to pay for it? Maybe not. Okay, Howie Mandel says that he understands why Meghan Markle felt unfulfilled at Deal or No Deal. Alright, the former host of the game show said, quote, "Standing there with 26 women staring at me made me feel like a bamboo," end quote, adding that he didn't think Meghan was maligning the show. Yeah, so there, a man come, oh, it's not that long. Alright, so I'll leave the link in the description anyway. A man with sense. Negative is not the description I will use. It was not fulfilled and she wanted something different for herself. Okay, he moved on as well. Yeah, that's the thing. He moved on. You have an idea. Okay, you there, you make the money, it's all good. And then you start, I remember, where did she say it? Was it with Oprah? I don't know. I heard it somewhere where even though she was at Deal or No Deal, during breaks, she'll be running to try to get different audition and all of that, or reading certain script for the next gig or whatever. She was a woman on a mission. This is Hollywood is hard to make it because a lot of people wants to be an actor or actress. So she did what she had to do. All right. Did he ask Howie's wife? Okay, what does his wife have to do with Meghan's career choice? What the hell are these people? Oh my God. Okay, or Aaron, Howie is marking her. How? But he's not even in is the show still there? I don't know. But he moved on as well. Okay, defense, Howie marking make. Okay, so wow, these people have no sense. I don't know if English is people's language. Even though English is not my primary language, I don't understand why they don't understand that. All right, let's move on. You see what's on the screen? I'm moving on because I don't want to waste time reading stupid comments. Next tweet. Okay, there it is again. Quote, "I get it because this pyramid of 26 beautiful, intelligent women standing there just staring at me like I was a piece of meat. Okay, I get it. I felt like nothing and that's why I've moved on. I just needed more than to be a Deal or No Deal host." Okay, host. So that's him talking about himself. There's people.com is talking about it as well. Howie Mandel defends Meghan Markle on Deal or No Deal. The thing with those derangers, when certain headlines doesn't word their titles the way they would want to hear it, so they switch it anyway. But if it's what they want to hear, they're going to run with it, you know, like it's gospel. All right, so this one is saying defending Meghan. Nope, they're saying, nope, he's marking Meghan. Wow. Very interesting. These people are some special type of people. Howie Mandel defends Meghan Markle on Deal or No Deal comments. Quote, I've never really heard anybody complain, and I don't think Meghan Markle is complaining. I think Meghan just said she wanted to do more, just like anybody else. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. She wanted to do something more. And Meghan have said she was so grateful as well. And she even said it about Suit too. She was so grateful that Suit was being picked up again and continuing for that long. So she was grateful. Both, at least from what I hear, both, every time she's talking about a show she was part of, she always say how happy she was and grateful to it.
Would I not do it? I mean, we're about to start filming season 4, and so I think, we're just so grateful that people have responded so well to the show, that if we're lucky enough to have 5, 6, 7 seasons, that these friendships that you see us develop on camera are really a reflection of how well we all get along off camera.
Okay, where that other briefcase girl who was trying to be offended on Mandel's behalf. Okay, she has now chosen silence. I don't know why they do this kind of thing. I know who they're talking about, but I'm not gonna mention her name. I think he marked here before he finally went, okay, she was right to want more for herself. Do not come for me. What are they talking about? I think he marked her. Okay, here for her. Whatever. But I guess Whoopi Goldberg is right in a way about it was Mel's feeling of projection. My issue is there is a huge difference in age and experience between the two. Whoopi should give her some slack or encouragement, not downplay her feeling. Okay, I don't know. Whatever. I will be intimidated standing in front of 25 gorgeous men. Okay, never thought of it from his point of view. He definitely validated what Meghan felt. Okay, I didn't read the article, so I don't know what he said beyond what I've shared with you. Okay, so that's that. Again, there's another one with deal or no deal. Okay, oh well, someone understand what Meghan meant by her statement. Okay, Howie Mandel defends Meghan Markle, saying deal or no deal, objectify people, it wasn't fulfilling. I've never really heard anybody complain, and I don't think Meghan is complaining. I think Meghan just said she wanted to do more. The American Got Talent just said. Okay, Stephanie Wauer, there's that. Hopefully this will shut up the Goldbergs and the Jordans of the world. Okay, I know who she's referring to. If a man got Meghan's meaning, then these women not getting it is shameful. Okay, he listened and understood. I guess he listened to the podcast, had integrity. What has she got to say? She who said she was defending Howie Mandel. She's such a clout chasing clown. Okay, everyone in high society, especially Hollywood, clout chase. How can you get into the next movie if you don't try to rub shoulders with people? What's wrong with being ambitious and assertive? Well, you could still be ambitious and assertive, but don't step on somebody else's shoulder in a negative way for you to be able to stand up to get whatever. There's other way of doing it. Oh my God. I know they say it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, but it doesn't have to. Next tweet. So it seems like I bookmarked this, but it started here. Okay, what I might be coming to realize is how Brits are very abusive. They have normalized the abuse as a normal way of royal family. The fact that they are fine with Harry being treated lesser than because his selfish brother is firstborn, it's scary. I can only imagine things Harry went through after Diana passed. A lot of time I've said, I just can't imagine a young boy in the palace, the mom is not there. Alright, so I'm gonna come to this, but this is where it started. She's responding to this. The title of Prince Harry's book, Spare, almost made me cry. There had to be some humility to even put himself out there like that. Amazing. Alright, let's see here. These were some of the things I was making reference, I believe, video 1. Okay, or part of video 1. Royalists treated lesser Prince Harry differently to William with T-snub. The Queen Mother formed a closer bond with William than Spare to the heir Harry. That was 2021. Okay. But certainly more senior members of the royal family in private were saying, quote, this is nonsense. William is the future. All our effort must go into educating William. Phew. I don't know. Not much was done. Putting all your eggs in one basket, and this is what you get? Okay, it continued. It was William the Queen will invite for lesson and kingship when he was at Eton and she was at Windsor Castle. as well as spending more time on one-on-one time with his grandmother, the Queen. William also shared a closer bond with the Queen Mother. The Queen Mother had a much more personal relationship with William, who she treated drastically differently to Harry. William would be invited around for tea with his great-grandmother, but Harry was often snubbed. Oh my God, that's crazy. This is crazy. Alright, there's like 109 comments. Let's see some of them. I took the most important one out, but let's see here. Alright, hello people. All of those posts to blow up this bad. This had to be the one. Again, I'm not from there and don't know the nuanced term of the aristocracy. Going to mute this. If you really want to talk to me, let's talk Bible and all of that. Alright, so maybe that's why I did that. Okay, so let's move on. So I bookmarked the proper one. Okay, there's this here. Typical British reaction. Some Brits attack the messenger instead of listening to the message. Okay, Trevor Noah insists he never said entire UK is racist after Rishi Sunak wrote. Comedian defend remarks about reaction to new Prime Minister's appointment after widespread criticism. I think somebody put a video somewhere, so there it is here. I didn't listen to it yet, but I saw it. Alright, Britain is a lot more racist than British media or government are willing to admit. Oh my God, during there was a football match, I think the UK versus Italy, yeah, versus Italy. There were a lot of stuff that was being said around that time, because I think I covered some of them. Yeah, there were a lot of things going on around that time. Oh, where the players miss, and most of the players were black that missed the kickoff or something like that. I didn't watch the game. It was being discussed on Twitter, the racist comment that was going on. And then I think I brought in with Rashford, okay, who was feeding the children, okay, a black football player, feeding hungry children, do all sort of stuff. But this particular, the racist came out of the UK. Okay, I brought it up. It's on my channel. Okay, those who are racist in the UK should hold their heads in shame. Who the bloody hell do they think they are? It goes for them who think that they are better than anyone else. And this is why they're going hungry. They're focusing on their skin color. Meanwhile, the real issue that's going on in the UK out the window. The royal family and the royal rats will tell them what they want to hear. Meanwhile, the government is vibing them off. Children not being fed. From what I understand, a lot of families in the UK are being fed by charities, soup kitchen or whatever they call them in the UK. Okay, those who are racist in the UK should, okay, that's that. Okay, the denial of their racism is a sickness in the UK. Absolutely no insight whatsoever. So in order for them to understand, like I've always said, they have to experience and feel it. Once you start feeling the pain of the same thing you're inflicting onto other people, that's when they will understand it. That's all I ask for, God. Let them experience it themselves. If they feel like it's so good to inflict those stuff onto other people, then they should feel it. God knows how to do it. I don't know how, but God knows how. Okay, I thought the original clip was excellent, funny, clever, and sadly poignant. His reply to the backlash just as good, if not better. Alright, unpacking the backlash against new UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak between the scenes. Alright, let's see here. 2 minutes and 52 seconds. I'm gonna what do you call this? Stop in between.
Watching the story of Rishi Sunak becoming England's first Prime Minister of color, of Indian descent, of all of these things, and then seeing the backlash is one of the more telling. It's just one of the more telling things about how people view the role that they or their people have played in history. And what I mean by that is this. You hear a lot of the people saying, oh, they're taking over. You know, now the Indians are going to take over Great Britain, and what's next, and what? And I always find myself going, so what? No, but stick with me here. So what? What are you afraid of? Right, all of them. You see people in the UK, you see people like Tucker Carlson all the time saying, you know what they're trying to do? They won't stop until black people and women are in positions of power. so what? No, and I don't say that as like a, oh, yes, let's do that, or not. I'm saying, so why are you so afraid? And I think it's because the quiet part that a lot of people don't realize they're saying is, we don't want these people who were previously oppressed to get into power, because then they may do to us what we did to them.
Wow.
Which ironically...
That's exactly that. And then the worst thing is they don't want to change. But the thing is that many of us are not as heartless as they are. We're not as heartless as they are. But let's listen. I need to stop somewhere.
It is not true. Go to all these colonies around the world. Go to all the places where the British ruled. Go to any country. Go to South Africa, wherever it is. Unless people are being delusional, people aren't turning on anybody. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like when black people come in. It's not like Barack Obama became president. He was like, all right, we're the white people. Time to show y'all what's up. Didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Yeah, and what did they say when President Obama was in office? Oh, he's gonna take away their guns and all of that. They make a big issue, but we know what were the point. You know what? Let me stop there. I don't want to go in too much into politics.
People are complaining about this. I can't believe Rishi Sunak. You've got this Indian man who's now yo, King Charles is still the king of Jamaica. Present day, he is still considered the king of. Think about that for a second. Still considered. And then people there are like, oh, you've got this person who is English, by the way. Oh, yeah, but he's Indian, but he's English. Oh, I just don't, like, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think? Like, you're just giving yourself away. Sometimes you know what I mean? It's amazing when people say the quiet part out loud as well. It's just you expose yourself. Why do you care? Not about the qualifications, not about policies, not about views, not about anything. People need to ask, genuinely, people need to ask themselves that question. What are you most afraid of? Why are you afraid of power shifting to another gender or to another race? Ask yourself that question, because I think deep down inside, you'll find yourself admitting to something that you wouldn't admit otherwise out loud. That's all I'm saying. It would have been great if Barack did that, though, you gotta admit.
That is true. He should have, but let's continue.
Just to skip, it would have been a great, like, you know, imagine if Barack did that as he became president. He's like, you're now president of the United States. And he was like, all right, everybody, president of the United States, I'm Barack. And he's like, white people, start running.
Oh, that was something I was watching. I think it was yesterday. I was watching of President Obama. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's listen to this. Oh, they're probably gonna be some commercial.
Looking for an additional.
So when he was talking, some heckle come and talk. Let's listen. All right, there it is. Let's fast forward a little bit.
Because the #1 team in the country is playing on Saturday, and nobody wants to go up against the Dogs right now.
Come on, I hope it goes faster than that.
The reason I'm here is even simpler than that.
See, the thing is that there was a interview that they interview President Obama, why usually former president like to stay back, let the current president do his thing. All right, he responded to it in one of the interview a while back. But what's happening here now, he's coming out to motivate people to go vote for the midterm. The same thing that I've been saying. He doesn't want what happened during his election when he was president, 2010, to happen again. So he's out there, you know, advocating for people to go vote. Because the stake is really high. Even though we have President Biden in office, the stake is really high, very dire. I don't know if you guys heard what happened to Pelosi's husband. All right, so let me not go there, but let's continue. Listen, you see.
I am here to ask you to vote.
See, there's the thing here.
For your next Secretary of State, B. Wynn. For your next Governor, Stacey Abrams.
So he's in Georgia, that's what. Oh,
for Congressman Sanford Bishop.
He said in Georgia. The thing
and
is
to keep the Reverend Dr. Raphael Warnock in the United States Senate. You don't have to wait for November 8th to cast your ballot. You can vote right now. take a few minutes. Vote early at your polling place. They're open now until next Friday. Or you can vote at your polling place on November 8th. And if you're not sure how or where to go, just go to iwillvote.com. Let me repeat that, iwillvote.com. Find out where, make a plan. I love you too, but I still want you to vote.
That's the thing. Remain in focus. Voting is very important.
And after you voted, I need you to grab your friends and your family, round up Cousin Pookie, make a plan to vote. Take them with you if you vote early.
Damn, where's the point?
Take
Oh,
them
shit.
with you if you vote in person.
All right, let me fast forward it. There was a part, there was a heckler.
And bring more good paying jobs.
Damn, that wasn't the one. The one that I was watching was much shorter.
Democratic leaders who believe that the freedom to make.
I'll leave that for you guys to watch somewhere. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
And other rules for everybody else. That's could be civil towards each other. And that's why I ended up getting a whole bunch of Republican votes. And after I won, John McCain, my opponent, graciously conceded, gave me a call, publicly wished me luck for the sake of the country. And there was a peaceful transfer of power.
That's the thing.
That basic foundation of our democracy.
Damn it, I'm explaining this too long.
Is being called into question right now.
That's the thing we're dealing right now.
Democrats aren't perfect. I'm the first one to admit it.
Damn it, where's the heckle?
Politicians, just like all of us, can make mistakes. But right now, with a few notable exceptions, most of the GOP and a whole bunch of these candidates are not even pretending that the rules apply to them anymore. They are just making stuff up. Last year, Stacey's opponent signed one of the most aggressive voter suppression laws in the country.
Okay, I can't find the spot where the heckler was heckling him, but you guys could check it. But he said, this is my point. This is what I was trying to make. There has to be civility in society in order for us to move forward. So we sort of hear a small part of it where he's saying he's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But the difference is the other group say the rule don't apply to them. We have to have a common ground. So where social contract needs to be in place, we follow it. So when the social contract disobey or someone then follow the social contract, when it's broken, this is where the problem is. All right, we have to have a common ground, a common law where we both know we must follow and respect each other. All right, the part that I wanted to share, I didn't want to waste too much time looking for it. So it's that video. That particular speech Obama was making, but the part where it broke down, it's a different network who just cut to the part where the heckler was there. But I don't see it. I don't want to waste time. So earlier when I was recording and I wanted to look for this scene, this part in the speech of President Obama, but the thing was too long. I didn't want to waste too much time while I was recording. So now I'm back to that particular area that I wanted to share with you. What sometime I mentioned on my videos where people lose focus on what really matter. All right, so let's listen.
Officials don't do more to explicitly reject that kind of rhetoric. If they tacitly support it or encourage their supporters to stand outside voting places armed with guns and dressed in tactical gear, more people can get hurt. And we're going to be violating the basic spirit of this country.
And well, let me do a quick little review as I'm listening to this. And the thing about more people who get hurt, throughout President Obama's presidency, throughout lifetime, and they've been trying to start some sort of a war, but the other side kept on ignoring it and focus on what really mattered. They've been really poking, like a civil war that they've been trying. They poke, but we keep on ignoring. But you see, when we keep on ignoring them and we don't do something about it, that was the result of January 6th. But let's listen. But this is the part. The main focus of this video that I'm showing you is the interruption, where you lose focus on things that really matter, and President Obama brought it up in that particular speech. All right, let's listen.
Yes. So, sir, wait, come on. But this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I mean, we're having a conversation.
See? There's a distraction. People lose focus. Okay? Whatever he was saying, everybody lose focus.
I'm not, sir. Come on, sir. This is what I'm saying. Look, we've got there is a process that we set up in our democracy. Right now, I'm talking. You'll have a chance to talk sometime.
That's the thing.
You don't have to interrupt each other. You don't have to shout each other down.
The thing is that they see, in some shape or form, as hard as it is to be seen, we are making little progress. But for them, that little progress we are making, they will rather destroy everything for no progress at all. Okay, so let's continue. Listen.
It's not a good way to do business. It's that you wouldn't do that at a workplace. If you wouldn't just interrupt people in the middle of a conversation. It's not how we do things. And this is part of the point that I want to make.
There.
Just basic civility.
That's it.
And courtesy.
That's it.
Works. And that's what we want to try to encourage.
Basic civility, respect, understanding. That's all. They don't want to give that. All right, so let's continue.
So listen, that's okay. No. Wait. Quiet down. Look, listen. Hey, hold up.
You see what's good with Obama's group, and whenever he's speaking, you see all sort of race. Okay, different shades, including those people behind him. But let's continue.
Hold on a minute. Listen everybody. Hey, y'all up there, pay attention.
Remain focused.
Here's what happens, listen. No. I mean, this is part of, not only is this an example of what I'm talking about, but it's also an example of how we get distracted.
There it is. What happened, I've said this many times, especially in UK politics. Once they see that they're losing their talking point, okay, they're losing grip, okay, whoever the main establishment, when they're losing grip, what do? They send a little distraction, a flare for people to lose focus. What is it? Racism in the UK. That's what I've been seeing. It could be other things, but from my perspective, from the outside, that's what I see. And this is how we got, the people in the UK got the kind of policies that's going on. No food on the table. They can't get decent meal. People can't pay their bills and the heating and all of that. And then when you see in the Sussex squad timeline, we're talking about things, and then they come in and say, well, why are we discussing this when there's no food on the table? Well, you made your choice. Not all of it, not all Brits make the choices, but majority wins. You claim you are democracy. When you go vote, focus on what really matter. But instead, you're focusing on people's, throwing the how do you call this? People throwing the shiny objects, and then automatically you lose focus. You follow the shiny object. You forget that you had to pay your bills. You have to pay for your heating. You forgot you had to eat for your family, put food on the table. So you lose focus. So whose fault is that? I don't know. What did I call it? A distraction, the little light for you to follow to, which is racism. And you guys always follow on it. But guess what? The establishment remains. Okay? So Obama's gonna point this out, not in the same sense that I do, but him in a more political aspect, point of view.
Suddenly, y'all ever see that movie, Up? That Disney movie? Right, remember that's dog, and the dog's talking, and then squirrel.
Yep.
He made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel!
You see? He lost control. You see how he quickly get distracted? Squirrel.
And they turn, and that's us. That's us with politics.
There it is. Okay, let's rewind it one more time. When they say squirrel, they quickly, you know, the shiny object that they always throw for you guys to distract you. So whenever they say squirrel, okay, they stop. All right, let's rewind it a little bit. This is us, many of us all around the world. We tend to forget, but the people who are in politics, who are in power, they read you guys. They read you guys how easily we all get distracted. All right.
That's us with politics. We get distracted instead of focusing on what's important.
That's it. All right. So this is the part that I wanted to share with you. And when the part where he's saying about squirrel, this is it. All right. There's some part in here. I'm gonna stop in between because I don't want to get the flag for it.
Whatever he belongs to.
Sit, boy. Hey, look, he's trained. Shake. Uh-huh. Speak.
Hi there.
Did that dog just say hi there?
Oh, yes. My name is Doug. I have just met you, and I love you. My master made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel!
You see? He lost control. You see how he quickly get distracted? Squirrel. Let's listen one more time. Squirrel. And he completely lose focus. Listen.
Smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel! My master is good and smart.
That's what Obama was talking about. You get distracted. This is us. There's another scene somewhere here as well. Let's see.
Man, master will not be pleased. We better tell him someone took the bird, right, Alpha?
Mayhaps you desired. Squirrel!
You see? They get distracted. They're in the middle of something, really focusing on the whatever it is that they're focusing on. Once they say squirrel, see, they all get distracted. This is us. Many of us in politics. Alright, what?
Mayhaps you desired. Squirrel! Mayhaps you desired.
That's what President Obama was talking about. But anyway, let's get back to the original recording. Alright, I'm losing focus. Let's get back to the Sussexes. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I think I lose complete focus here. Next tweet. There's that. Make no mistake, Prince Harry Holy Book cannot be underestimated. Those who are complaining about Harry's book or those who are scared that Harry is fixing their narratives that we all had witnessed during Harry's birth. No one is bigger than the monarchy. Stop protecting monarchy royals. Alright, let's see here. #1 book overall, #1 in royalty biographies, #1 history, and #1 in memoirs. And it's the first day of pre-selling. Wow. Okay. There's this, the way he snatched that top spot in less than 24 hours for a book that doesn't release for another 2 months. Don't play with Henry. I shared that tweet with you. This is V, one of the Sussex squad. I shared that tweet in one of my videos. I think I I edited already. Okay, he's superior to the Queen Consort. His book is #1 bestseller. There's that. And there's this. Alright, did Meghan book is coming. That Meghan Eyes and Meghan and the Fog. Maybe we're going to gather another surprise about Meghan. And archetypes with Meghan. Meghan Markle boasted about how she found her journal and the desk at Frogmore Cottage. That is one of my favorite comments because it sent a shockwave around UK. There's the laugh. Harry fixing the British monarchy. There's this. There is no going back once it's public, just saying to really be aware. I mean, he already gave it, he made the deal, he signed, hey, they already give a date when it's gonna come. Okay, already order mine, love, this about time too. The Derangers look and rip. There's the yarn, you show up anyway. Okay, I think God is using Prince Harry and Princess Meghan to bring the crown down and has his angels surrounding the Sussexes. Okay, amen, and yes, I believe that. Hey, with all of our prayers, sheesh, Yep. All right, let's read this. Oh, okay, let's finish. All right, the UK monarchy is an outrageously costly and damaging anachronism that needs to go away ASAP. King Tampon, such a petty, angry, spoiled man-child with iron shoelaces and toothpaste placed on his brush for him. What the F? Good thing there aren't any needy homeless people in the UK. All right, so that's for the UK to deal with. One thing that I realized while I'm editing is that the reason I believe, in my humble opinion, that they treat the heir with that kind of a selfish mentality where he gets whatever he wants, he's treated better than, you know, whatever the other siblings and all of that. The same thing we've seen. I was reading earlier in this video about how they snub Harry on many things while they treating the brother completely different. Right? The thing is that once he become in power, okay, once he's in that position where he's gonna be rule, you know, so he could use that same selfish mentality onto other people. So they do that on a very specifically because once, if since you're a child, they're treating you like this, and then it become part of you, it embedded in you, it becomes you. You get whatever you want. You walk into a place, you point your finger, this is mine, you take it, and you do all of that. So when he's in position of power, so he could do that in a grander scale. So he will get upset when he doesn't get what he wants. Okay, this kind of thing. You see it playing out right now with Charles, the nonsense that he's putting, and then he doesn't want to get blamed for it. Okay, you see all those nonsense he's doing around him. Okay, in my humble opinion, based on my observation, things that you see going around him. Okay, his behavior with a freaking pen and the ink and all of this. This is from birth. The way they treated him, he gets whatever he wants. When things doesn't go his way, he get pissed. A minor thing. Anything with normal people, we'll look at him. We've been looking at him. We're looking, shaking our head, and it's like, what the F is wrong with this guy? Okay, so when he's in power, but this kind of a behavior, it's like this person said, it's a damaging anachronism. Okay, it's not for this time. It's not for this period. Back then, I don't, medieval probably, I don't know, when kings and queens were the it kind of thing. It was during that time. This is how they behave. But now we evolve. We not that same kind of mentality. So pretty much they are outdated, and then they're treating the next one the same way. No, but anyway, it crossed my mind. Okay, two royal bestsellers, Harry and Meghan, are equal partners who are winning together. There's that. Archetype bestseller, Spare, #1. There's that. Meghan Markle's children book, The Bench, is #1 New York Times bestseller. The squad letting it be known. Another thing that crossed my mind while I'm editing. This is how you know, Harry and Meghan are very savvy in what they are doing, and while they are doing that thing, they're still saving. We may not notice it, but they are saving. In my humble opinion, I believe, obviously, it's probably them who dropped Sunshine Sack as their PR. They no longer need it. Why? I think, when did they drop them? I'm not sure when they dropped Sunshine Sack. When Sunshine Sack no longer do their PR for Harry and Meghan. But what I think happened, it was a test. What happened with Archetype, where there was absolutely nothing. No PR whatsoever. There was no hint of what was gonna, when the Archetype was gonna, you know, come out. Okay, so they just let it be, and then you see how quickly it became #1. The minute it came out, everybody was talking about it. So I think that was a test to see if they're what they probably assume. Okay, Harry and Meghan or the Archwell team assume. Let's test this. Okay, I really think it was a test where they did absolutely zero PR. Okay, and they just drop it to see how it was gonna react to the public, and it did. It did very well. It went straight to #1. Everybody was talking about it. Then it was after, I believe it was a week after it went public, the first audio podcast came out, it was afterward they start promoting it, and I was seeing it. I remember driving, I think I was going, where was I was in the car, and I was looking at my phone, and I saw it where they promoting it, and somewhere in Asia, some other places. Okay, so it was a week after. So because of that, they saving money. This is just me from the outside looking the tactic or whatever it is that they do. That is so remarkable, is that they drop sunshine sack, which by dropping them, they're saving some money, where all they need to do is drop their whatever it is that they're gonna do, just drop it, and then the squad, whoever follows them, just do the rest for them. This is what I think. Okay, and the same thing with Harry's book. There was absolutely no PR, there was no promotion, nothing. Okay, everybody's talking about it. Still now, the book is not even out. The book is not even out. It's sold out. So they're saving money for not hiring a PR team because they're just doing their thing. All right, that's my humble opinion. And I believe, not 100%, they have the in-house PR. So they have someone who's working for them who does this kind of PR thing. This is what I think. All right, so they save a lot of money from not even needing a sunshine sack or whatever. Okay, that was just a sidetrack. Okay, all their success could have been for their lazy. Oh well, that's the thing. If they were, if they didn't kick them out, whatever, if they had let them, do their project in a peaceful way, all those positive coverage could have been part of them. But no, they want to be greedy. They want everything for themselves. But yet they're behaving like shady people that they are. I'm talking about the royal family. All right, the left behind royals. Okay, Harry told us this. Now that's what power and influence look like. There's the yarn. That's all she keeps on doing. But there you are. You're here. You must be snoring with what the drab four have going on. Let's go to the next one. That's a comeback. Next tweet. Okay, me enjoying the Harry and Meghan content while Salt Island has a meltdown every day over their success. Look at in the back, chaos, and this kid is just on the swing, like nothing happening. The way I'm no longer outraged, but instead I drink their tears. Do you think he talked about who questioned Archie color? I don't know. Okay, it's hilarious because they're just shouting into a meaningless void, and Harry and Meghan are thriving. They're wasting their sad little lives. Love it. Okay, the meltdown will last months. There's this, me. Okay, replying. What is that? Oh, Prince of Bel-Air. LOL, what's Salt Island? The UK? You got that right. The only place. Okay, Salt Island takes me out every time. There's that. Okay, next tweet. Okay, there's this here. This one will forever be a classic. Adela Cottage was considered statuesque and generously sized when the Black Princess was said to be moving there. But when Adele Cottage finally became Kate Middleton's fourth house, it was depicted as humble. Let's see here. Is this picturesque grade 2 listed romantic cottage in Windsor the Queen gifted to Harry and Meghan? That was in 2018. Adele Cottage in Home Park, Windsor is said to be the new home for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. It says the main bedroom and the generously sized cottage boasts a covered ceiling with gilded dolphins and rope ornament from the 19th century royal yacht. There is also a marble Greco-Egyptian fireplace offering quick access to London. The secluded property is close to the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh's private apartment and only a few miles from the Guards Polo Club in Windsor Great Park, which Harry regularly visits. The source added, there are 7 gated entrances and an exit to Windsor Castle, so the newlywed could come and go without worrying about being photographed. There's that. William and Kate choose their new home, Cambridge, will move family into humble 4-bedroom Adele Cottage in Windsor with no live-in staff, as the royal couple insists on nothing too showy or anything that needs to renovating. But these people have so many homes. Oh my God, these people. God help us. That was in June. God help us. God help us. No, I'm the one putting emojis on the kids' faces. Alright, so I can't read that. The royals live intersection of double standard way of hypocrisy lane. Picturesque, not picturesque. LOL. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I have a lot more. Let's see here. How you know the poll didn't go the way you planned? 1. Queen Consort Camilla rating is so low you don't even publish it. 2. Prince Harry is still more popular than Charles. 3. 62% of Brits have a favorable opinion of Meghan or no opinion. So let's see here. That's that. 48, 70, 72, 38, 53. Okay, the poll was conducted by Redfield and Wilton Strategies and was commissioned by the Daily Mail. Full poll result, including other roles, weren't published publicly. The pathetic reality is that the roles can see that the tide has changed against them. That's what happened when the truth is revealed. Meghan nominated for People's Choice Award, Harry's book #1, and it's not even shelves yet. Not Clues, the royal family, there's the ruling eye. No, that's deep. Okay, did they say Harry and Meghan are not royals? Why are they even on that poll? They are not working royals. Where are the York girls and Philip's clan? They're hilarious. Who cares if they're royals or not? It's just titles. Alright, this is interesting, excellent interpretation, and this is the UK. Easy to forget that there's a lot of low information people out there and don't care about any of this. Finally, not everyone who do not have a favorable view necessarily hates someone. Okay, numbers never lie, but they can manipulate based on what info you choose to exclude. There's more comment, but I think I'm starting to get tired. So let's try to finish quick so I don't come back to these tweets again. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link, Cash App links in the description. You can donate or you can become a member. Those who have donated, thank you. And thank you for your support.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.